trust me, come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals, I'm gunning for the money in the bank, come with a dank, skrilling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with a rock like Pippin. Yeah, I'm okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. For the man to my left, the esteemed Speakeasy. We got Chris Platte in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter, and we are the Woodward Heavyweights, bringing you everything in Detroit sports, everything gross, everything nasty, all the good stuff. Okay.
That sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff.
I want to start this off rip. Because we know Amon-Ra St. Brown has a very successful podcast with his brother Equinemius.
Yes.
And we've noticed a trend that there were a lot of Lions players on that podcast.
Yes.
And not a lot of Bears players.
Yeah.
Because we figured, maybe it's because Amon-Ra talks so choppy. Well, Khalil Herbert was on this podcast. The latest episode.
That's the guy that's supposed to replace Dave Montgomery. He's supposed to be better.
He was supposed to be better than David
go?
Montgomery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was supposed to replace him. Be good. Be a very good option for the Bears offense. And Amon-Ra St. Brown was talking mad choppy. Chris, run the clip for the people.
I mean, it's going to be a good game for you guys. What is it, the bottom? What do you guys like? The two bottom feeders in the division, or what?
But it's week 5, like it's a long season.
It's a long season.
It's a long season, bro.
I mean, one of you guys are gonna be 1-5.
It won't be us.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right.
This is beautiful. You know why? Because like a year ago, I couldn't talk like this. Like I can really just say what I want now. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Hey.
So that is Amon-Ra talking choppy, talking about the Vikings and Bears matchup being the bottom feeders of the division. And
Bottom.
he ain't lying. And he said he's happy now that he can talk like this, because last year he couldn't really talk like this, but now he can say whatever the fuck he wants.
I like that he got that out of the way too, because it's almost like the Eminem verse where he he dissed himself first.
Yeah.
He already unloaded the clip for them. You know what I'm saying? So it was empty. It was like, I got nothing to shoot now.
Yeah, you can't say nothing about me.
He went and stepped out of the truth of the matter. It's like I could have talked this way before. Mm-hmm. But now I'm gonna get my lick back.
Now he's gonna get his lick back.
And he can't say nothing back.
And he did. And I'm excited to hear it. And in other breaking news, this is probably the most breaking news that happened today. I don't know if you guys caught this, but Michigan State.
Oh yeah, is this real?
Michigan State University has hired a new head football coach for next season. Chris, can you show the people who Michigan State hired? Oh, we got Tony Soprano, huh? Come on. He's running it like the Bing. He's going to have that program working on the ins and outs.
You know he's dead, right?
Yeah, I know. James Gandolfini, R.I.P. But still, Tony Soprano lives on forever.
What?
I'll take it at this point.
How'd this come about?
I saw it on Twitter.
And you're just like,
yeah, it's pretty funny.
Run it.
Yeah, I'd go for it.
He wasn't even a varsity athlete.
He wasn't. You couldn't even be a varsity athlete.
And you want to run the program?
Yeah. Hey, I believe in him. He's a great facilitator of responsibility. He handles a lot of businesses, so he knows what to go down.
Oh, Twitter's down.
Twitter's down?
Yeah, I forgot to send Chris a video. It's my fault. Keep going. I apologize.
But yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited for this new era of Michigan State football with Tony at the helm. He's the boss. Come on.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, in other less funny news, so if it's funny, you should say it first.
What?
What you were going to say.
Oh, no, I'm trying to get this video to Chris. Yeah.
In other less funny news, Anzalone's parents did make it home. They were trapped in Israel, and now they have made it home. They're all right. They're safe. They're home safe. So you love to hear that. Love to hear that out of that and what's going on there. And I'm very happy for Anzalone and his family that everybody made it out of that situation. Everybody's home safe, and he no longer has to worry about that.
Anzalone, that was like a weird situation.
Yeah.
Obviously for him, I guess most importantly, I'm happy for his family and him and everybody else, I guess, relate to them. And honestly, for other people that may have family over there too, I'm keeping thoughts of prayers in your way too. Sending thoughts of prayers your way too, because it's a weird, sticky,
it's a crazy
situation going on over there, man.
Crazy situation.
Way to kill the vibe.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just happy for his parents and that his family is okay, and wanted to give him a quick shout out. But in other news, in the world of combat sports,
Yeah.
Jake Paul and Dylan Dennis, or Logan Paul, I'm sorry, Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
They've been hyping this fight up for, it feels like 10 years now.
Yeah.
Like Dylan Dennis just posting a different picture of Logan Paul's girl on Twitter every day.
You know he's suing him now, right? Or
Yeah.
there's like some kind of like stalker
Like a
PPO
cease and
type
desist thing, yeah.
I think it was my assumption PPO, and then he violated PPO obviously from like still posting shit. So he has to deal with that later. But I don't get it because like I guess it's her doing it, so I guess it's fair. And I've never been a fan of like anyone calling outside of like your opponent. Like you call in the camp trash, you could call your opponent is who you should be focused on mainly because that's who you're gonna fight. But anytime you step outside of that person and you talk shit about someone who's not gonna fight you, who doesn't have the opportunity to avenge those words you're saying, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like with Colby Covington, and like I get it, Logan Paul's fun to make fun of, and like Logan Paul has done some shicey things, and like he quite honestly might personally like, deserve this coming his way, but it's not his way. It's what's her name, Nina? It's Nina's way. That's not really fair on her part. When Colby Covington did it to Kamaru's dad, I thought it was Bush League stuff. But you gonna say something, Chris?
No, I mean the only way I can equate it to is like the rap beef with Drake and Pusha T. Like that was the whole issue there, was that, you know, Pusha T and Drake brought in all different aspects. Drake brought in Pusha T's fiance, and then Pusha T brought in your best friend's dying, your parents are divorced, like all this stuff that was just like,
it's like
you
wild,
know, it wasn't about the individual beef. It wasn't about the individual sparring match that was going on between Drake and Push. It became everybody, and you know, while that's entertaining to the outside world, it's also very unfair to those people's lives because they didn't sign up for that.
Yeah. And speaking of that fight too, it may be off. It may be Dylan Dennis versus Mike Platinum Perry. Mm-hmm. And I have been a Mike Platinum Perry fan since the first time I ever watched him face off for a fight. I don't remember what he was doing, but I remember it was the other guy's pissing his leg.
Yeah.
he didn't know what the fuck was going on. Because Mike Platinum Perry, he grew up off that Flintwater. He's a Michigan native.
He did.
He's a psychopath.
He grew up off the Flintwater for sure.
He is a bare knuckle boxing champion, and he had Rook Rockhold, who was a UFC champion, step into his sport at a higher weight class. He made him say no mas.
Yes.
Luke Rockhold quit.
He did.
Broke his tooth. He said, all right, bro, that's enough. I'm not doing none of this. So Dylan might have fucked himself.
And apparently he's got the N-word pass.
He's got it.
I mean, if nobody can kick your ass, you can say what you want.
And Mike Perry's got the N-word pass.
Yeah.
It's not even like, yeah, of course he can defend himself in that scenario too, but like, Mike is from the gutter. All right?
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck.
That's fair.
The best thing too, he has one of the best like combat moments of all time. If you don't know him, just describe this in your head. Imagine this person I'm describing for that thing you just heard. And one day during a walkout for his fight, the UFC accidentally played the wrong song.
Yeah.
He wanted Halo.
He wanted the Halo theme.
Yeah, the theme from the game. Yeah.
Which is hard, by the way.
It is hard. But when he came out, they played a Halo by Beyonce. Imagine, like, you get ready to go into war mode, and like by surprise, just hit with fucking the sweet serenade of Beyonce Knowles. Like, it's wild.
Honestly, though, it works too. Like, you're gonna kill the other guy in the ring. Like, I can see your Halo, but it is
like a racer.
it is Beyonce.
I don't think that gets you just as hyped as the other
the
one.
Halo, the Halo theme is hype.
Could you get that video I sent?
It's.
I mean, sometimes in a game you would just sit there and just play the little intro and not even press start. So.
Yeah. Oh, the Halo intro is lit.
Yeah.
Dude.
I didn't have Xbox, so it was like I never played those. I always like sports games.
Oh, Halo!
I know Halo's
Halo's
goated.
fire.
It's crazy. I actually knew Ninja before Ninja was Ninja because one of my best friends, Jesse P, shout out. He was a pro Halo player. Mm-hmm. But it's just so crazy. And Jesse, bro, I love him too. I wish he always streamed because like he was that level of good, but he just. I mean, you know, most video game guys are. They're kind of to themselves. Yeah. I also forgot to mention why Logan Paul's out of that fight. Keep want to do the picture one or the tweet one, whichever. It's the picture of the bottle, I think. Logan's face.
It was a mic. It was his mic.
Yeah, so some are saying bottle, some are saying mics, because Logan threw a bottle at him, and then he retaliated.
He threw the mic.
It had to be a mic, actually, if he cut his face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Logan started gushing blood, and we don't have actually, obviously photos of him gushing blood, but Logan had to pull from the fight, so then steps Mike Perry. And then last night, speaking of like dragging people from. If you want to do the video, actually, Chris, the one I just sent while Speedy was talking.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about dragging people in from how the fights, who's a fucking absolute legend on this show? Who has a sound drop on this show? from that press conference.
Tyson Fury's dad.
Yeah. I'm a machine. He had another legendary moment last night. We met Jake Paul's dad.
I'm a machine. There he is.
Check this out.
Hello, Greg Paul. How you doing, dog? You think you can beat me? Come on. You think you can beat me in a fight? I don't want to fight. You think you can beat me in a fight? No, you really? No. Oh, no. I wipe the floor with all of you. You're good. Come on, John. I wipe the floor with all of you. Come on, John. Come on, John. Come on, John. Let's go.
Logan Paul's dad? Or
Yeah,
who was
that's Greg Paul.
I'm making a drop of that next.
Tyson or John Fury before the fight, and that was John. And by the way, I get it's boxing, and I don't even care what it is. Actually, I'm gonna side with the fact of like this guy's a fucking gangster, because when I met Tommy Fury back when he fought Jake Paul in Cleveland, Tommy Fury, his dad wasn't allowed to be there. You wanna know why?
Why?
He's not allowed in the States because he's a fucking real G in real life. They don't even allow him in this country. That's how much shit he had going on. And think about like the amount of like when you got money, you can make things happen. Was Drake actually? He couldn't get 21 over. That's fair.
Yeah.
But just get all these rich people flexing their money. I can get you here. I can get you here. Just pack your bags, whatever.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury cannot get John Fury into the States. Tommy Fury cannot not get John Fury to the States because he's a fucking G.
He's a
and I love him.
He's a savage.
I'm a machine.
I'm a machine. Dude,
I'm a machine.
That guy is a monster. He went
is.
from 0 to 100 like that.
Yeah.
You think you could beat me in a fight?
He's huge, dude. He's not a small man whatsoever.
And like he wasn't pressing him or anything. It looked like he was just going up to say hi. Be like,
And he's like, I'll wipe the floor with all of you.
yeah, dude.
She might though.
He might. That is an angry old Englishman. Gypsy. I would not want to fuck with that guy.
Hell no.
Yeah, I guess the way he got the kids into boxing was he was doing like bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah,
he was
makes sense.
Fighting in the streets.
He's the English Kimbo Slice. But let me tell you guys about the Lions pregame show, because before every single Lions game, Jeff Iafrate and special guests will be hosting the Lions pregame show Sundays from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. only on Woodward Sports. Make sure you guys go check it out. It's Jeff Iafrate. He's the man. He's the myth. He is the legend. He is the franchise. So go check out the Lions pregame show before every Lions game. But yeah, dude, that is not a guy I would want to mess with.
No, not at all.
No.
Not even at his age. Like,
what about the Francis Tyson Fury thing?
So that's
how you feeling that?
Oh, dude, I just saw the pay-per-view price. It was like $80. I'm
bootlegging that.
Yeah, for sure. Or we're hitting Ale and Eddie's or Beat Ups or wherever. If I'm gonna watch it, because like, bro, I love
Tyson's gonna beat the shit out of Francis.
Tyson's gonna beat the living shit out of Francis.
He outboxed Deontay Wilder.
Yes.
Like bad.
Yeah.
Like outclassed him obviously Deontay Wilder has the punching power.
Yeah.
But
he's a champion of the sport.
Yeah.
Like obviously like, Deontay wasn't like doing it the cleanest, but he had knocked out enough people to attain a belt against other people who knew what the fuck they were doing. Mm-hmm. And Tyson embarrassed him.
Yeah. Brandon Bowlesby in the Woodward chat getting his throat loose early. He says we should talk about elite golf. We have a golf segment that we are going to talk about later in the show. We got the injury report for the Lions, some surprises on there that we might not be too happy about. And we have the PFF rankings of a lot of different Lions players coming up next. We are going to talk about the injury report. But first, Chris, tell us about Glorious Cannabis.
Yes, out there, because just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is back, and they have a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of golf gawkers and Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. They are so smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary and get them for 25% off using the code Woodward at checkout. That's gloriouscanna.com.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests, for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Your childhood may be over, but Playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Like and share the stream. Make sure you leave a 5-star review. We just got done introing this segment a little bit. Obviously, we're going to talk a lot about Lions. It is opening night for the Detroit Red Wings, so we're going to talk about them a little later into the show. But, Chris, can you put up the injury report for the Lions?
Yes, I can.
Because there are some things on there that were a little concerning. For Lions fans everywhere, and throw up my little box in the corner too. So we got Brian Branch. He hasn't practiced Wednesday or Thursday. Neither did Jahmyr Gibbs. Neither did Jonah Jackson. Neither did Zonovan Knight. Sam Laporta missed practice today. Frank Ragnow missed practice today, but that was probably just a veteran rest, I would assume. Taylor Decker practiced in full. Amon-Ra St. Brown practiced in full. Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be back out there. He was talking to a lot of the guys and the reporters today. It seems like he's going to be out there. But Sam Laporta,
Oh, come on!
dealing with a calf injury, missed practice today. Easy, how nervous are you?
Shit! Nervous. And I know like people like to take nervousness or caution into the atmosphere and make it scared.
He's scared of his calves.
Shaking in his boots. Calves. Monstrous calves. No, I think Detroit Lions fans should be a little bit nervous, and maybe even a little bit scared. If it's not for this game, maybe even for the, I doubt it's anything extreme like that, where it's gonna be like a long-term situation. I feel like that news would have broke from a Shefty or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I think this is like a weekly thing, or maybe a week-to-week thing at most. But for this upcoming game, it does suck not to have a guy who's been lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at how productive this Detroit Lions offense has been. A lot of it has been from Sam Laporta.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. 2 touchdowns last week in the absence of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Thank God we get him back this week, but it does suck.
He's been extremely money for the Detroit Lions, and it's not like they're going up against the Panthers this week. They're going up against the Buccaneers defense that is very good. They're very good at stopping the run. They have a lot of players that can make a lot of plays, and you kind of need all the guys you have. So getting, obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown back is huge for this Lions offense. But having Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs and Jonah Jackson, and even Zonovan Knight to a degree, on the injury list and not practicing so far this week is concerning, but the main one is Sam Laporta, because he's been instrumental for this offense. He's been a security blanket for Jared Goff. He's made big plays. He's been the best tight end in the NFL so far this year. And if he's not able to go, that is a huge, huge hit for the Detroit Lions.
And you talk about, like earlier this week, they made the signing of, everyone was kind of like talking about the cornerback signing. Well, now, partner that with a tight end signing they made too. I think it was kind of getting overlooked with the Sam Laporta news. And for some reason too. And I get trying to be optimistic about your team. You love to be optimistic about your team. But for me, when I have to sit in front of this microphone and try to be as accurate as I can, it's not a good look anytime anyone hops on an injury report late into the week. Mm-hmm. It's just not. And then before that, previous to that, they also signed a practice squad tight end. And again, I don't want anybody to get like freakishly scared, because if it's a big news thing, who broke the first thing about CJGJ? Adam Schefter. Or Tom Pelton is one of those guys.
Yeah.
If it's something like that, that's just breaking the news. This one was like a last-minute situation. Sam Laporta's probably fine for like the rest of the season, but going into this week against what is a big matchup for the Detroit Lions, at least for me, because up until this point, I got to be honest with you, outside KC and the team they lost to, the Seattle Seahawks, kind of cupcakes. Couple cupcakes on that 4-1 record. This was like a big test, which is still, as big of a test it is for this Lions team, still a little bit of a cupcake team too. Who's truthfully nervous about Baker Mayfield? Not many. And they might even be out Mike Evans too, which helps you. But this is a guy, Sam Laporta, who not only is breaking records for like rookie tight ends, but also is tight end number 1 in the league right now. Like his production, it's going to be missed. He's not able to go, man.
It is.
It's going to be missed.
It is. We'll see. Adam Schefter did report Lions tight end Sam Laporta did not practice today due to a calf injury, but he hasn't specified on anything. But man, that is a big hit. That is, and like you said, it's not a cupcake matchup. This is a team that's fighting for the playoffs. This is one of the better defenses in the NFL. So you kind of need some of your guys, especially your heavy hitters, to be ready. But having J-Mo back, having Amon-Ra St. Brown back, those are guys that can pick up some of that slack if Sam Laporta is not ready to go. If he does miss this game, I hope he doesn't, who would you want to see pick up that slack?
I think it's going to be a lot more of like the Amon-Ra St. Brown elk. You look at the tight end position, or at least for this team, it's kind of intermediate routes. Thank God Jameson Williams back to help maybe open up a little bit more of those. I think Josh Reynolds done a fantastic job of being the second best wide receiver in this team. He has like 291 yards in the year. He has by far the highest yards per reception on the team too. Like Josh Reynolds has been huge. I mean, you heard Dan Campbell on the radio call this week say he's the most explosive player in our offense right now, and he's been just that. So I guess I'm not freaking out for the sake of like heading into this matchup per se. I mean, I am a little bit. Obviously, you're a little bit nervous about it, but I guess I'm thinking like, how long is this going to last? Yeah. Same thing with Jameer. We weren't like overly dependent on Jameer, but how long is this going to last? Because like we have the Ravens coming up on the road, you got the Chargers coming up on the road. Monday night gets the Raiders. I mean, we're going to whoop their ass, but you want them back for the season. But I definitely think Amon-Ra St. Brown will be the name I look at to step up, and we have a fantastic running game. I know the Tampa Bay defense has been elite for like the longest, but this year they're allowing like 4.9 yards per carry against running teams. I should say that for by the numbers tomorrow, but like Dave Montgomery's him. This offensive line are them. Jonah Jackson's out with a high ankle injury, but Graham Glasgow's been amazing. Got Big V coming back too. So I guess I wouldn't be too concerned heading into this matchup, but it's not a lock like it was.
No, it's not. It's not. JB, how concerned are you with this news?
I'm a little concerning just because, I mean, it's Sam Laporta. It's been Goff's kind of safety valve for a while now. And as far as who I think will step up, Amon-Ra, of course, is going to play his role out there as well. But J-Mo, you don't really know how well they're going to throw him in this game and like actually feed him the ball. So that's the thing right there. If anything, I see Ben Johnson kind of scheming up something for a little bit more for Jahmyr Gibbs to kind of move him out of that backfield and into that wide receiver role, if possible, if anything. So yeah, I'm leaning on Gibbs on this one if he plays. That's the thing as well too.
Either.
Yeah.
Chris, are you concerned at all with this news?
Only slightly, because isn't this exactly how it played out with Gibbs last week? Was all of a sudden it was a late no practice. It was a Wednesday or a Thursday in the week, and then he ended up being out for that game. So it concerns me for that, and because the likelihood is that Sam Laporta is probably not playing. That's just where I'm leaning right now. But I'm not all that concerned because, I mean, again, you talk about when they traded TJ Hawk, all of a sudden they were able to take 3 tight ends who, let's be honest, they're not world beaters, and they were able to take 3 tight ends and combine and get a lot of production out of them. And so this is an offense that Ben Johnson, like we've said a million times, had designed plays for everyone. He has designed plays for Panay. He has designed plays for every tight end on this roster.
Yeah.
So I trust that with Amon-Ra coming back, with J-Mo being another week in the system, does it hurt the Lions' chances of winning the game? Yes. But does it spell doom for the Lions in this game? Absolutely not. They've shown that they can make it. They can get it done by any means, different way.
You got a
every single week.
Who had to hop over to the left side of the tackle. Play a little tight end. Maybe we see Penny at tight end today.
Maybe we see Penny at tight end. The injuries are starting to mount up, though.
Shane Zylstra was lost in the offseason, not mistaken, for the year for some Bush League hit, it sounded like.
James Mitchell's out.
James Mitchell's out. So it's Darren Daniels or something like that. And
who was the tight end I said last year had
burners?
Who was the tight end I said last year that had burners on that one fourth down?
Brock Wright.
Yeah, Brock Wright.
He's the one stepping up.
It's his game, dog. Mr. Burners is back in the building.
But yeah, I mean, as you said, and I was getting ready to say that one too, is like we set a franchise-breaking record last year for tight end touchdowns, and a lot of them came after T.J. Hawkinson left. So like, we'll probably be straight, especially because now I'm thinking like Brock Wright has been within the system. But again, Sam Laporte has been more than it's tight end one we're talking about, guys,
Right.
Yeah.
on the season.
Yeah, it hurts, but at the end of the day, it's not something that spells doom for them
Yeah.
in this matchup. Is my point? Is that
Yeah.
we've seen week to week different players step up and perform and have great games and be the MVP, and
Dude, we
that's
have
just
Jared
how
Goff. Like, what do we have to worry about?
That's true.
We have the Lord and Savior himself.
That is true.
Mr.
He's
Tom
gonna take
Brady,
this
Mr.
team,
Peyton Manning, Mr.
Put it on
Elite.
his back, and he's gonna do what he got to do.
Say it easy. Say the word.
Jared Goff is Jesus Christ reincarnated. He's the greatest thing that ever exists to mankind.
Greatest thing since sliced bread.
Every day I thank
Imagine
God.
what people were
sliced bread
eating
is
before
nice.
sliced
Jared
bread. They were just ripping pieces off.
Yeah, what was the greatest thing before sliced bread?
Just regular bread. Just a loaf of bread. Ripped bread.
Baguettes.
How pissed do you think that guy has to be? Whoever discovered the thing that was like the greatest thing before sliced bread, and somebody comes
Yeah.
up with sliced bread, he's just like, damn it, I got
sliced
nothing.
bread. Imagine the guy who discovered sliced bread though. Was like,
Oh yeah.
People probably making fun of him. What are you doing with that bread?
hey,
Trying to fuck it?
let him cook.
Let him cook. I wonder like when the first sandwich came out.
That is a good question. That is a good question. Before they were
Lions
just
would be good. They think
putting meats and cheeses in their mouth and then grabbing a
Same
piece
time.
of bread. Yeah.
squirting pieces of tomato sauce in there.
The one guy's like, wait. There has to be a better delivery system than this.
There has to be a better way.
Oh man, but
Thank God.
Why are we
Bob's back,
assuming
though.
that women can't make sandwiches though? It could have been a woman that made the first sandwich.
that's
That's
sexist.
true.
You're canceled.
Damn, Chris, come
That's
on.
true.
Canceled.
You guys said,
Nice.
man, I just brought up the fact of another possibility.
Woman.
Yeah.
Woman.
Why does it have to be a man or a woman, Chris?
Yeah.
You were the one that said man, and I brought up that it could have also been a woman.
Why can't it be a dolphin?
Yeah.
It could be
Or
a
an
dolphin.
X.
It probably wouldn't be a dolphin.
Or a,
but
what are the other pronouns?
I don't know.
Do we know? I don't know any.
I don't know any of them either.
Definitely missed it. Oh, I definitely missed it to someone at Halloween, the Halloween store a couple weeks back. They were fucking flustered. They actually ended up giving me some for free because they were just like so pissed off, like throwing shit in the bag.
Really?
Swear to God, I got a free Mowgli cup, or what's his name? Gizmo. Mogwai? Is that what they're called?
Mogwai, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the name tag said John, but I was like, sorry, man, because Bryce was like, yeah. But I was like, it's not John.
All right, easy. Tell us about Mark White.
Sorry, John, if you're listening. I'll tell you about Mark White. It's the best place to go whether you're buying or selling real estate. They offer a minute-by-minute listing agreement. It's Mark White & Associates. Hit them up at 248-290-8242 or visit markwhitesales.com.
And let me tell you guys about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, find new roads.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
At the Academy of Warren, they have a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome fieldhouse that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field, which can also be used for 7-on-7 football. At the Academy of Warren, it features kindergarten through 8th grade with AM and PM latchkey, smaller classroom sizes, a learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, and so much more. The Academy of Warren is now accepting new enrollment, so go and check them out online today at theacademyofwarren.net. Now, back to the heavies.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. For Easy, for Chris, for JB, I am Spencer. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We just got done talking about the Lions injury report. Sam Laporta being on there today, missing practice with a calf injury. A pretty extensive injury report for the Detroit Lions. A lot of big names on there. A lot of guys missing practice, but we'll see.
Please heal Sam Laporta.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Jared Goff just needs to walk up to Sam Laporta.
Please heal Sam Laporta, Jared
Goff. Rub his calf a little bit. He'll be ready to go.
Starts getting bigger.
Yeah. But now we got to talk about the game. The game. They're going to Tampa, playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are a top 10 team this year. They're playing great. Baker Mayfield is revitalizing his career. We've talked about the offensive line. We've talked about the defense. Obviously, Mike Evans looks like he is going to play this week. They still have Chris Godwin. Rashad White is a very good up-and-coming running back. And you mentioned it in the last segment that the Lions, yes, they've had some impressive victories this year. They had a very good win, obviously, to open the season against Kansas City in Arrowhead. They came back to Detroit. Tough loss in overtime to Seattle Seahawks. Two fantastic teams. But after that, it's been a little cupcake-ish. The Packers suck. The Panthers suck.
Yep.
It's not the type of competition that you're bragging to the rest of the league about. Although this is the NFL,
yeah,
and anything can happen. You can't take anybody lightly, and you got to stack wins. I'm not holding that against them. But this is the toughest opponent they've seen since Seattle. Is this a prove-it game for the Detroit Lions going into Tampa playing the Buccaneers?
I hate that it is. But you're on the road. You are. But again, though, too, it's like this team. What do we really think of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yeah.
I want to say yeah. I'm gonna go with no. Honestly, I think I still have even with the Sam Laporta injury, I still have expectations. Detroit Lions get this job done.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the people you look across the sports landscape of media are taking the Detroit Lions in this game. And even though they're on the road, and even though Baker Mayfield and the Bucs are ranked just as highly as Detroit Lions, this is a game I think we're all expecting Detroit Lions to win. It's not even just because they beat these cupcake teams on their schedule. They're just doing what they had to do. But it is what it is, man. I mean, like, Jesse's laughing at me. I don't know why. But Jared Goff is him. He's going to get it done.
This man, you guys brainwashed this guy easy. But, no, I agree with you. I don't think this is a prove-it game. I think that the Detroit Lions proved all they had to in Week 1.
Yeah.
Even without Travis Kelce, even without Aaron Jones, they went into Arrowhead and beat a Patrick Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs team, the defending Super Bowl champions, on their own turf in one of the hardest stadiums to play at in the league. And they went out there and they did it.
Yep.
And it's not like they took it for granted. They didn't get blown out. They beat them in their own home. That is enough to prove that you are legitimate. This is going to be a tough game, but I saw somebody in the chat. I think it was Justin from North Carolina. Yeah, he said the Bucs beat the Bears, the Vikings, and the Saints.
Yep.
So it's not like they were playing world beaters either.
That's what I'm saying. You could say it's a test because of the record, but at the same time, I fully expect this Detroit Lions to Jared Goff and the Detroit Linettes,
dude, this guy
to destroy the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
This is like when Gucci came out of jail. Like, this is fake easy. He got cloned.
Gucci came out skinny.
Free Gucci.
No, but yeah, the Detroit Lions still should win this game. I don't think they'll get to see a true test until maybe even the Baltimore Ravens, who are also looking kind of like off the rail-ish.
It's hard to judge these guys just yet based on the strength of schedule, and a lot of different things, but. This is, all road games are tough in the NFL. You're not blessed to win any road game in the NFL. You got to go there and take it. Pause.
And actually, now that you said it too, like on the road, there is something to be said to like going on the road in prime time and just fucking obliterating the Green Bay Packers. And I get the Green Bay Packers are a good team, but like that's like only good teams do those things. So again, I had the expectation the Lions are going to beat the Buccaneers because they are a good team at the end of the day. How good? I think we'll find out when we start seeing the Chargers and the Ravens, and that's the schedule, man. It's starting to look.
Yeah.
It feels crazy to say these things. Yeah. Were you nervous about the Raiders at the beginning of the year? Remember you nervous about the Broncos at the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
Broncos.
No
for
mas.
sure.
No mas.
No mas.
No mas. The Lions' schedule is set up for them to go on a run.
Chris, you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a prove-it game left on this schedule for the Lions. Again, it's the 31st ranked schedule for a reason. It is, as of right now, one of the easiest schedules in the NFL, and it's going to be very favorable to the Lions. So to me, between the stretch they had last year, this stretch to start the season, they've proven it that they are a team that can win any game. And so at this point now, would you like them to win every game? Yes, but at the end of the day, these aren't prove-it games. If they lose this Tampa Bay game, damn, that sucks. On to the next one. Like, now where they have to prove it is in the playoffs to me.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy because we're only at week 6 in the NFL season.
Yeah.
But that is where the Lions are at. That is what they have shown us, that it only matters about playoffs right now. So there is no game that's going to swing my thoughts on this team. If they lose to Baltimore, that doesn't swing my doubts on them. If they lose to Dallas, if they lose to Minnesota, any random game, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me.
Any random game does not matter.
Any random.
It's true.
All of them.
But let me tell you guys about the Lions Insider Show, Woodward in Maine. It is on the Woodward Sports Network every week. It's on Tuesdays from 7 to 8 a.m. and it's on Sundays from 8 to 9 a.m. Hosted by Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster. You can catch it twice a week, every week, only on the Woodward Sports Network. It's Woodward in Maine, bringing you the best Lions coverage you can get. Like I said, only on Woodward Sports Network.
Dear Jared Goff, please let my mortgage payment just fall on my porch this morning. Please, 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 Jared Goff. Oh, sorry, guys. Did you see Jared Goff last week? He looked great.
Yeah.
Did you see him in his interview last night? Oh, loved his hair.
Yeah, very handsome guy.
Oh, man. Brady wishes.
Brady wishes.
Brady wishes.
Brady's got really good hair.
He does.
There's a lot of good lettuce in the back, man.
And what? A QB
Hair?
position?
What?
So a lot of good lettuce. I get my
a lot of good lettuce in the back.
Oh, in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Ryan's got good
random.
lettuce.
Yeah, that's what you said. But I was like,
Brady's got good lettuce. Yeah. Griffin's got good lettuce.
I'm 300 pounds. I don't do lettuce too often.
That's fair.
Unless it's a taco.
I had salad last night. It was pretty good.
But honestly, salads fuck.
Salads do fuck.
Salads do be fucking.
But I did. Yeah. Again, I don't think this is a trap game or a prove it game or anything for the Detroit Lions.
If they did lose it, what are you? I mean, are you with Chris? Like, my confidence in this team as a good team isn't wavering.
Yes.
You caught one on the road. It happens.
1,000%.
Yeah.
100%.
Nice.
It is not one loss on the road to the Tampa Bay Bucks is not something to fear if you're the Lions or if you're Lions fans. But I know a lot of Lions fans are going to be scared because that's what they do. They overreact and they're going to freak out. And, oh, it's over. SOL. They're gone. Look at what they did. Oh, my God. And that's what we're going to see in the chat all week. But no, one loss on the road is not something to freak out about.
Yeah, they're warriors.
Absolutely warriors.
They are warriors. They're definitely warriors.
Lions.
And
warriors.
you know a warrior when you see a warrior.
Because they respect themselves.
Because they respect themselves.
Why call yourself a warrior when you're nothing but a coward?
It's true.
JB.
This bitch respects herself.
I know I said it before, but JB sometimes does remind me of Bumblebee. He like speaks to like to like audio
drops.
Yeah. JB, if the Detroit Lions lose this game, do you lose any confidence, and is this a prove-it game to you?
Oh, season's over if we lose this game, man. No. If we lose this game, like, I'm not super worried, but then again, I know we're not going to lose this game. I mean, come on, it's Baker Mayfield. Are we serious about this guy? I don't even think this is a good road test for them. If anything, hell, Baltimore is a true test.
Are you confident enough to make them your lock tomorrow?
Oh,
I can if I do get the first opportunity. I don't think I'm up. I think Chris is up first.
We'll let you lock them.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
That's not fair. I'm just kidding. That's fair. He
Chris,
probably lock him.
Unless Chris wants to lock.
Unless Chris wants to lock him.
Both
JB, that's all you.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
I'll give it to JB. I've had the card stacked against me my whole life. Bring it.
Yeah, when he came out looking like that, he sure do. I'm sorry.
The doctor slapped me. I wasn't even crying.
Doctor slapped him in the ears and his water popped. Or the water in his ears popped.
JB, don't lock him until that injury report comes out. Don't get bullied into locking him. Just wait.
No, you got to do it now or you don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it. And I need that final injury report.
Do it for the
fair.
vine.
I ain't gonna do it.
I ain't gonna do it. That's true. But I don't even want to think about them losing because I'm with JB. I think they're gonna win this game, Sam Laporta or not.
Yeah,
I think they'll win this game.
Can you see them? I can't. Like, it's. I'm knocking on wood at this point because we're starting to talk crazy. But I can't even like conceptualize it in my head. I can't like visualize it in my head.
Losing to Baker.
Yeah,
they're gonna be so angry at Baker Mayfield. This is the guy that kept you out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
that is true.
Actually,
this is the guy
that is true.
That blew the easiest touchdown ever.
Yeah,
wide open to send you to the playoffs.
It's crazy.
Couldn't do it
because they're gonna be beating his ass and uplifting at the same time. Like, you should have played better, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is your fault, man.
You should have got that bitch out there, bro.
We had faith in you.
Yeah. No, the Lions are gonna play mad. They're gonna play aggressive, and we know this is a coaching staff that doesn't overlook anybody. That keeps them going. That no matter what the injury circumstances are, no matter what team is lined up against the field from them, they're going to be ready to go, and they're going to attack it with full force.
Full force, and that's no force. Believe it, boss. You want to go to break early?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and the Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. How would you like to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests, for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Do you smoke? Smoke what? You know what? This was Spencer's got the best. Make sure you guys check it out. The Romeo location is open at midnight. Best cannabis mall. The only cannabis mall in the state of Michigan, 21 and up. If you guys can't make it there, make sure you visit displshops.com and Dispo Dash will deliver it to you.
And it might be JB.
It might be JB.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave a 5-star. Let's get those likes up. Fuck y'all doing. We're not going to do a golf segment unless we get the likes up.
Yeah, this is
pitiful. Pitiful behavior by all of you. I'm looking at you. Because I'm great. But let's talk about... I'm electrous. I'm electrous. But let's talk about Brad Holmes.
Sounds like a villain.
And the trade
I know, it sounds like a bad guy.
Yeah, that's
what
what
a girl one. Like a hot girl
it's like
villain.
an electric snake. But let's talk about Brad Holmes and the trade deadline, because the trade deadline for the National Football League
it's
is
electrous.
rapidly it's electrous. Somebody help us. Rapidly approaching at the speed of electricity. But this Lions team, we've talked about it before, they are in a position where they look like contenders, they feel like contenders,
like chicken tenders,
and they're ripe for the picking. They want to go and grab somebody else, pick somebody off of a roster to bring them to their team and make them better, to push them over the edge. Brad Holmes talked about this, and his comments is Brad Holmes, man. Like, he keeps it so close to the vest. Chris, play the Brad Holmes video.
Now you're in a position the Lions haven't been in a long time, which is, at least externally, seems like you're buyers. What's your philosophy over these next few weeks? Are you proactive in terms of calls? Are you waiting for calls to come in? How do you approach it all?
Yeah, we just kind of stick to our process regardless of what our situation is. And we just try to be real thorough, very prepared with the trade deadline. Our pro personnel department does a great job just identifying the guys around the league. And, we just have our normal process and meetings and just make sure that we're prepared to do what we need to do when it comes to that time. Now, obviously, you look forward and there's different situations. Your roster's different at different points of the year. Unfortunately, there's attrition that comes in this league that you have to prepare for. So maybe it's depth, down the road. Maybe you might need a guy to come in and be a major contributor. So you just got to be prepared for all of that. So again, like you said, there's still time to go, but we'll be prepared for all scenarios.
So he said we're ready for anything. We're ready for war.
Yeah.
And really the only scenario I can see is them getting a playmaker. I don't expect this team to fall off or anything like that. Maybe another injury or something like that, God forbid. You target someone specifically.
Shout out Bryson.
Shout out Bryson.
Did I get to multiplication? Did you see that?
Yeah.
What a beast.
That's cool.
Wow.
Just throw it in my face.
He does something better than 2 times 2. Don't pump his tires too much.
He did 2 times 8 or whatever it was. What was it?
No.
Fuck you. That's impressive.
That is impressive. Shout out to Bryson. He's not 3, he's Bryson.
That.
But that's an all-time quote. We should put that on his shirt. But
I'm not 3, I'm Bryson.
Brad Holmes is keeping it close to the vest, but what do you see them doing before they got to make a deal, right? They got to get somebody.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8 cents in my bank account.
Cents in my bank account.
Oh God.
I have 4 sources that I trust, and I'm grateful to be in a position to even have sources. And the one that gave me a little nod on DeAndre Swift, we were kind of talking about it, gave me a nod on Brad Holmes. He is making calls, and again, it could be just calls that happens. It's you call for Patrick Mahomes, and they can tell you suck a dick.
Yeah,
and you're like, all right, but you made the call.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't do that because you have Goff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Matter of fact, they called us.
Yeah, they did.
And we were like,
they're like, we'll give you Patrick Mahomes and 4 first-round picks for Jared Goff.
We'll give you Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones for Jared Goff, just for 3 games.
Yeah, and we'll pay
Brad
all their
Holmes hung
salaries.
up. Yeah, like a smart GM. Brad Holmes hung up.
Hung
the phone.
Hung up.
Disconnected.
Hung up quicker
Changed
than
the
electricity. Electricity. Brad Holmes has been making calls on defensive linemen, and specifically interior defensive linemen. I remember there was something that came out. I think it actually might have been like earlier this week, and it was about we wanted Chase Young, and somebody, it's a teammate of his. I can't think of his name. Who's the guy next to Jonathan Allen?
Yeah.
That's what was reported earlier this week. Not from my guy. That was from like another YouTuber or whatever. And I was like, bullshit, that guy's been saying we're trading for everybody. And then my guy hit me up, was like, yo, Brad's been making calls for interior defensive line. Can I be honest with you? I mean, we are the heavyweights, but I love defensive line play. That is my favorite shit to watch.
So much fun.
I'm fucking so geeked up, and I usually don't even say anything until like those conversations heat up. But like, if this happens, I'm down for it because Aiden's been eating.
Yes.
Aleem's been eating. And it's not just like another depth piece. No, it's like a guy he's looking for, allegedly. And if Brad Holmes lands that, Aiden's going to continue to eat. Charles Harris might even step up in a little bit of production. I mean, this defensive line's been performing really, really well, but I've been asking for this. I've been saying this since you asked me at the beginning of the year, the Detroit Lions contenders, and I was like, I don't know, bro. I really wish they addressed the interior defensive line. If they're able to do that by the trade deadline, abso-freaking-lutely the contenders, bro. Absolutely, and best believe Brad Holmes is working those phones.
He's working those phones, and that is something that we've talked about that is needed. That interior defensive line, some pass rush from the inside, somebody to help out Aleem McNeil, because Isaiah Buggs, listen, we like him. He's a good piece. Benito Jones, he does his thing here and there. John Kaminsky rotates in there. But having another stud next to Aleem McNeil, that makes Isaiah Buggs so much better. That makes Benito Jones so much better, because you bring in a guy that is an actual threat that people have to be like, oh shit, like no disrespect at all, but there's no offensive coordinator that's like, all right, we got to make sure we double team Isaiah Buggs. or he's going to wreck the game. If you bring in a guy like that, that takes pressure off of everybody else on that defensive line, that makes sure that teams have to pay attention to that interior, and it frees up one-on-ones on the outside for Aiden Hutchinson, for Charles Harris, for Romeo Okwara, guys that have already been playing well.
And I guess, like, another thing about it, too, the interior defensive line makes sense if he's truly making these calls because, like, they drafted Broderick Martin. We haven't seen him. Don't know what the fuck's going on with him. I'm going to holler at Broder to maybe ask that question during the next press conference after this W from the Broncos, by the way, or Buccaneers. And then you also had the situation with Bugs, which you got him back, and obviously the defense looks phenomenal since.
Yeah.
But maybe he wants something more. Maybe that's why they're willing to, like, relax on Bugs. And that's why they're willing to know on Broderick Martin. It seems like they want something more, quite clearly.
Yes.
So I hope he's able to get that, and for many, many reasons, man. Because I talk about when I was asked, it was this week we talking about would you rather have Patrick Surtain or Chase Young? I took Chase Young because I think about the cornerbacks on the San Francisco 49ers. I can't really name too many.
No.
Think about
Javarius Ward.
We got Emmanuel Mosley, and we were like, yeah, I think, because we didn't know much about him. Because that defensive line in San Francisco is putting in work.
Yes.
And it's making that whole secondary look a lot better. Not that they're not good. Hafunga, however you say his name, is an absolute monster.
Yeah.
But the defensive line helps that. Same situation here in Detroit in 14. We had Ndamukong Suh and the boys on the line. Darius Slade was balling out. Glover Quinn led the league in interceptions. Rasheem Mathers was the other guy. He was on his way. He's ready to sign his walking papers and retire. Like, defensive line starts so much more things for you. And if he addresses that, we already got Aiden Hutchinson, and it can only get better.
Everybody, I see Mike Bell. He keeps saying Josh Paschal.
Josh Paschal.
Are we forgetting about Josh Paschal? All right, well, what's going on with Josh?
I think allows him to be a little bit more versatile too. That's
He's
a guy
a rotational piece.
Yeah, he's drafted as a defensive end, but it's like the interior defensive end when you run like 3-4s and stuff like that. But he is a rotational piece, and he can play in multiple positions for you. You can play on the outside, he can play on the inside. It's adding more, but it sounds like he wants a star caliber dude.
Yeah,
and that's gonna help out Josh Paschal too.
It will.
Defensive line rotates; they're not in there full time.
Yeah.
Even Jalen Carter's not in there full time. He's fucking tearing it up.
Yeah, you don't just have one guy or two guys on the interior defensive line and then you're good. Like, you move those guys in and out, and people like Josh Paschal and Kaminsky, who are used in certain situations, used for certain things, it makes them better if you bring in a guy that you can put on there every down if needed be next to Aleem McNeil. So that's something I like to hear. We'll see what Brad Holmes is doing. I'm sure he cooked something up because he knows.
Yeah,
he knows something. You need somebody to push you over the edge, to bring you over the top, to put you in real deal contention with teams like the 49ers. So I'm excited to see what happens. That trade deadline is going to be crazy this year.
Saw something popping out about Jerry Jeudy. You don't need Jerry Jeudy. You have Jared Goff. Jared Goff could throw it to me out there. I've been scoring 60-yard touchdowns.
That is true.
I don't think they're getting a weapon. This offense has been so productive. Yeah. At one point in the beginning of the season, I guess like it was Justin Rogers who put it out there maybe. He's like, look at the track record of like this player they keep trying to obtain. They're talking about like a big body receiver, and they gave the shot with Denzel Mims, Brett Perriman. There's somebody else in between there too. They've been taking so many shots on trying to get that longer body wide receiver. So maybe because Jerry Jeudy does fit that, but at the end of the day, I think they're going to want way too much for that of an asking price. And to be honest with you, this offense doesn't really need it. Jared Goff is straight either way.
Brandon Bowlesby, this would be a lot funnier if he didn't already have a kid, but he said Easy going to name his firstborn Goff and slap him daily. But
I am going to name my dog. Jared Goff is kicking all the time.
Who left you in the house?
Deshaun Popovsky in the Woodward Sports Chat says, when Broderick Martin, Branch, plus someone else was saying Paschal all get back, hopefully Houston. Houston's not coming back. He's done for the year. Broderick Martin,
I thought he might come back November.
What's going on with him?
Yeah,
what's going on with Broderick Martin? I don't think he's injured. He's just not playing, so we can't count on that. Brian Branch, it's going to be great when he comes back, but that doesn't help the interior defensive line. And Paschal, like I said, Paschal will benefit from having a guy in there that can do a lot of different things to be put out there.
Brandon Bowlesby probably named his dog Jared Goff and lets him lick inside his mouth.
Brandon Bowlesby named his dog Jared Goff and stocked up on peanut butter.
Yeah. He puts peanut butter on like chapstick. And he calls over old Jared Goff.
Come here, Goff.
JB, is there anybody that you hope the Lions go after at the trade deadline?
No, I think I kind of got to agree with you guys. It's not going to be offensively. It's got to be someone on defense that they're looking at, whether it's a Chase Young, fingers crossed. That would be nice as well, too. Or I don't really know. As you said, Easy, Jonathan Allen, maybe?
And it makes sense,
Either
too.
or would be nice.
Like, if you pick up the phone and you're calling for a Chase Young, but the asking price is, like, ridiculous, then maybe you move on to, like, a Josh Allen. And maybe it's a tactic that you knew that he was going to ask something ridiculous for Chase Young. So you mentioned Josh Allen as a bargaining chip or something like that. In that view, lesser value. And that's probably how you negotiate, get something a little bit cheaper. I mean, I feel like Brad Holmes won every trade he's made outside of maybe the Trinity Benson one. But even then, he got picks in return. But that's probably it. I think he would have ever taken Al on. I mean, can you think of a trade Brad Holmes has lost yet?
Maybe the Swift as of now, just because of what he's producing.
I have to see what we drafted with Swift's pick. But, I mean, but we knew Swift could do that, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't even really see it that way.
And it is a contract year. They knew they
Exactly.
weren't going to re-sign him. So I get it, but you could say, like, just marginally, he is outperforming the value of that trade. But at the end of the day, like, Brad Holmes is going to make a move. Like, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose. Like, the Lions team is a contending team.
I like that.
I just like to use that because of Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith said that?
Yeah.
G's moving silence like lasagna.
Yeah. Well, that's a bar too. Shout
That's
out
Brad
Wayne.
Holmes right there.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
He also says it's easy.
It is easy.
It's easy.
Let me tell you guys about
It's
Planet
easy,
Fitness.
baby.
Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. At Planet Fitness, you'll get a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. From now until October 13th, only today and tomorrow left. $1 down and $10 a month, no commitment. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer, Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. Try our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Turn up the heat with Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. Upgrade those regular fries with our chili cheese fries or loaded baked potato fries. Hit your sweet tooth with funnel cake fries or Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Load up on all your favorites today at Big Boy.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays to join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. How would you like to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, lowest prices, and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. Okay, so you want to do this? You just messaged it to me before break. You want to do it?
I messaged it to you.
You just mentioned it to me right before we came back on.
We'll mix this one up with the 624, and then we'll do the other one, the Road Woes.
Yeah.
All right. Because we're talking about the Detroit Lions making a trade, and obviously there's a name that's being shopped right now. The Denver Broncos are selling everyone. The name that obviously I don't think that Brad Holmes is willing to pay is probably for like a Patrick Surtain, but now, not just Jerry Jeudy's on the trade market now too, but you're also hearing Frank Clark.
Yeah.
Detroit native or just played at Michigan?
He played at Michigan. I'm not sure if he's a Detroit native.
Do you know, JB, if he's from Detroit or just played at Michigan?
I think he just played at Michigan, but I can double check though.
Is that enough of a splash? I mean, could that be the splash move? He kind of moves around the defensive line too.
He moves around, and it would help other guys move around. You can move more people around, and it definitely helps. You know, he is I think, the leading sack getter in NFL postseason history. But what happened with Frank Clark is he took a pay cut that takes away his $3.5 million base salary down to the NFL minimum of $841K.
Oof.
Clark gave back $1.6 million in base pay as a part of his restructure. So he's basically saying, like, who wants me? Who wants a piece of Frankie? Because now anybody can go get him. It doesn't matter your cap scenario. It doesn't matter the situation you're living in. Anybody in the NFL can afford this guy right now.
Yeah, what is the trade value of a Frank Clark? By the way, you want him then, right? Or you usually want
a sixth-round pick, 7th. It's one of those late pick swaps.
Yeah.
That is what it's going to be. Because he obviously doesn't want to be there. The Broncos are trying to get rid of him.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be a late-round pick swap.
He's 30 years old. Born the same year as me. It's making me start to feel old. But he's...
Damn, that's old.
JB, what's the trade value of Frank Clark to you?
I feel the same way that Spencer does. 5th, 6th round pick. I don't think it's going to cost you much. I mean, hell, the Broncos are...
3rd round pick?
3rd.
Who's
chill.
Nicholas Duncan.
No, he didn't mean it. Nick's a good guy.
Yeah,
he didn't mean it.
No, it'll be a late round pick swap.
Yeah.
If Broncos are trying to kick him out,
they're trying to get rid of him.
They're trying to get rid of him. They will take anything.
He is not
point.
playing tonight.
Yeah.
He is like signed, sealed, and ready to be delivered. It's just who wants him. And he's had like a little bit of a knucklehead history too, from what I'm told, I should say. Chris, you want to say something?
I just wanted to ask, because he did mention, Brad Holmes. It was a lot of GM speak in that interview, or at least that portion of the interview where it was just vague and up to interpretation. But one thing he did say is maybe adding a depth piece, and we've had that conversation: depth piece versus star. I think we all lean getting a star. But what's the possibility that this team makes multiple moves, or is it just one trade? I don't mean getting 5 players, but a trade here for a star, and then maybe another trade for another little depth piece somewhere else on the defensive line or a cornerback or somewhere even in offense. Like, what's the possibility of them going with a depth piece and a star piece? And if you had to lean which way do you think they're making their move?
Go ahead.
I would say that they're not going to give up a lot. They're not going to give up a lot for a super huge star, for somebody that's going to break the bank, something like that. But I believe that they could add multiple pieces. Because like I said, man, when you feel it, when you got the itch, when you're ready to go, ready to be a contender, you make moves like this.
Yeah.
And this Frank Clark move would be a very low-cost, high-reward move of a guy who has Super Bowl experience, a lot of playoff experience, and is still good. Like, it's not like he's just done.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all. Like if they went in and did it, I'd say it's a good move. I would grade it just as that. And I can't imagine them giving up anything more than that 6th-round pick value that you gave on them. It's like a meh though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really like. I should be though. Let me look at his numbers last year. Hold on, Frank Clark. I know he more showed up in the playoffs than he ever did like a regular season. 5 sacks last year is pretty straight. I mean, he's playing alongside Chris Jones, but you'd be playing alongside Aiden Hudson here. Mm-hmm. And Chris Jones still going dumb without a Frank Clark, but like Aiden Hudson's still going dumb without Frank Clark. Maybe he goes stupider with him there.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe I'm talking myself into it. Actually, I like that a lot.
It would cost nothing.
Yeah.
It is literally a nothing lost scenario.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you a pick swap. Oh no, you have a 7th instead of a 6th. And $800,000. I know that, it's not nothing to me. It's more money than I've ever heard of in my life. But for an NFL team, that is nothing.
I mean, from his rookie year on, he's never had less than 3 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
His lowest total outside of that is 4.5. I mean, that's something.
What did he have last year?
Last year he had 4.5, or last year he had 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
And he does it in the playoffs. When the playoffs come around, that man turns up.
Exactly. You know what? And 30's not old. Okay. So.
It's actually a respectable age.
Fuck it, let's do it. That's what winning teams are doing. We had the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
You have A.J. Brown for the Eagles, and this is not an A.J. Brown caliber type of move, but A.J. Brown for the Eagles, Orlando Brown for the Chiefs. Who won last year? The Chiefs won last year.
Yeah.
You're Orlando Brown for the Chiefs, Christian McCaffrey for the 49ers, Jalen Ramsey, Matthew Stafford for the Rams. I mean, when you're right there knocking on the door, you make those moves. And by the way, Brad Holmes comes from
fuck them picks.
I could see it.
Jordan Schaefer. The question is, does Frank Clark's personality fit this team?
That is fair.
Don't care.
But
don't care.
We obviously know from the Jalen Carter experience, they're not going to acquire anyone that doesn't fit their mindset. You know
does J-Mo fit their mindset?
Yeah, J-Mo's not a bad guy at all. I don't know why J-Mo was given
is Frank Clark a bad guy?
I've heard some things about Frank Clark. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
Maybe.
I've heard some things about Frank Clark.
I don't care.
Don't care. Still don't care.
Don't care. I'm not paying this guy to take my sister to out on a date.
Yeah.
I was gonna say prom, but she's older than I am, so it doesn't make sense.
That's
I'm not paying.
Maybe kind of weird. Yeah.
I'm not paying this guy to raise Easy's child. A little Jared Goff. I'm paying this guy to obliterate the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. And this locker room is strong enough.
Yeah.
This coaching staff, this culture is strong enough to have a guy, if he is a bad apple or does he fit this team, if that's the problem, you bring him in here, he's in line. You have a support system, you have veterans that are going to talk to him like that. Don't care.
Don't care?
Don't care.
I guess the way
don't care.
Because Mike Bell makes a point in the Woodward Sports chat. He says, BH is an F them picks type of GM. If I gotta be honest with you, Mike Bell, you're my guy. I've seen you chat often. We haven't seen the end of this story yet.
Yeah.
Brad Holmes has only just been building the base. The LA Rams weren't fuck them picks until they built themselves up to fuck them picks.
Yes.
The San Francisco 49ers weren't fuck them picks until they built themselves up to fuck them picks. Like, you got to build yourself there. And if we're looking at the Detroit Lions as the number 3 seed in the NFC as we speak today, and quite possibly higher based off their schedule, I think you're in fuck them picks mode.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're at that level. And we haven't seen this thing play out. I think it's very possible that Brad Holmes is going to be a fuck them picks guy.
I understand where everybody's at, man. We've never felt this before. Speaking of prima donna, we've never felt this way before. It feels like the first time, and I just want.
It is the first
We've never
time.
been in these waters before as Lions fans. We are legitimate contenders. Where you look at the schedule and you're like, there isn't a team that I'm scared of on this schedule. We have never been there before. Well, I haven't in my entire life. Not in 2014. Not in anything. This is new. We don't know how to act. I understand you guys keep them picks, do all that. We're good. We just got to get healthy. No, that's not what happens in NFL.
100%.
You go after guys. You make your team better at the trade deadline to win. But if you want to win, all you got to do is check out the postgame, Lions postgame with Miz and Stick. Make sure you guys check it out directly after all Lions games this season. Hosted by Maz and Stick. They're going to have weekly special guests. You might see me. You might see Easy. You might not. You might see Lucas. You might not. You never know. You never know who is going to be there. It is the Lions post-game show only on Woodward Sports.
There's a comment in Woodward Sports chat from Dusan Popvitsky. Popovitsky, maybe. I don't know. Hope I didn't butcher that one too hard. Single word, Spinny. Sue.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good to me. Sign me up.
Yeah, as much as I want it to happen, I don't know if it's going to.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I think he's a little cooked.
Yeah.
It's a little overdone. Little burnt on the side.
Maybe come playoff time.
Little extra crispy. Little fried hard.
Because he's brown? Well,
little overcooked white rice. No, I think
if that was the thing that would have happened by now.
Maybe if it was Sue 4 years ago, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, he got a lot of snaps with the Eagles last year.
Yeah.
And that's a damn good defensive line.
For sure.
I think he's at the standpoint where, it's like you grab him right before you head into a playoff run. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's still too early for Sue.
Yeah. What'd you think of the Janoris Jenkins stuff? Like, he was on Ermanni and Edwards the other day. Is he a little cooked too?
With Mies.
Is he a little... Because sometimes it comes I get falling for names because it's that's Dominican Sue. Or Janoris Jenkins, he's a name you recognize around the league.
Same kind of thing.
Kind of cooked. Yeah.
Little past his prime, to say it lightly.
Hanging out, yeah.
I want to get an impact guy.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good locker room guys.
Yeah.
Like Janoris Jenkins, Ndamukong Suh, guys that have won places, guys that know what it means to go deep in playoff runs.
Yeah.
But I want a guy who will impact the game. I want
a
a guy
veteran
that will
presence, if you think.
Yeah, a veteran presence, good locker room guy. That's not what I'm looking for, though.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a guy that will impact the game, a guy that will contribute to wins.
Fair.
And we might see that. Who knows? Like I said, trade deadline is rapidly approaching. Let me tell you guys about Hamlin Pub. If you ever wanted a bar where you're a regular, we have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone's a regular. Whether you're enjoying half-off pizza on Thursdays or game day specials available during all Michigan sports and NFL games, Hamlin Pub is the place. Visit a location a day and experience your new favorite pub for all things sports.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune in to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Bullseye Event Group hosts the best Detroit Lions tailgate party. Make sure you guys are there. It's in the Eastern Market, shed number 5 from 9:30 to game time. They'll be there. It's official Detroit Lions tailgate. They're back and better than ever. Free food and drinks included with your purchase of a ticket. And you can also get a free ticket by DMing Lions VIP to Woodward Sports on Instagram.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. And if you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. You know, we were going to do a Jared Goff topic, but
what happened?
The likes aren't hitting like
likes
that.
Is looking light.
Likes are looking pretty dry.
Actually, they are dry.
Yeah, so, you know.
You don't want to do it?
No, they don't deserve it.
You're pretty passionate about it earlier today. Can we get 20 more likes? If we had 100 likes, can you do it?
Yeah, if we hit 100 likes, we'll do it. That
19 more likes.
That was the thing, but, you know.
All right.
You guys don't want to talk about your Lord and Savior. That's fine.
If you're listening, smash it. Because I promise you it's a good one.
Let's do the reason Jared Goff's so good. Chris, can you throw up the PFF rankings and actually pull it up a little bit so that top one's cut off, so they don't even get to see that. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Okay,
Give me a second.
We're going to show you this in a second, but the Detroit Lions have studs everywhere. The Detroit Lions have guys on this team that are being highly touted by a lot of different publications, and PFF, you know, gives out their grades. They rank all the teams. That is not the one I was. No, I mean for the whole team. for the whole team.
Way to go.
That one
Chris.
wouldn't make sense without the top one.
Yeah, I was like, this is not gonna work, but I will do it.
The one for the whole team.
Okay.
And
Got 5 more likes to talk about our Lord and Savior.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the next segment.
All right.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, so the Lions have studs everywhere. They have guys who are performing at an extremely high level in a lot of different positions, and a lot of them on the offensive line. And PFF is shouting them out heavy. So here we go. Graham Glasgow, the second-ranked guard per PFF. Frank Ragnow, the second-ranked center per PFF. Sam Laporta, fourth-ranked tight end. Halapulu Avadi Vaitai, the fourth-ranked guard. Penei Sewell, fifth-ranked tackle. Josh Reynolds, 12th-ranked wide receiver. Amon-Ra, 13th-ranked. Look at these names. Look at the numbers next to these names. These guys are all balling.
Thanks,
that is
Jimbo.
what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players that are at least top half in their position rankings. That is extremely impressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are top 10. And the offensive line, look at that. 4 offensive linemen in the top 5 of their position ranking. They're getting some love shown. PFF is showing a lot of love on the Detroit Lions, and rightfully so.
I never needed PFF to tell me these things. When PFF would come out with articles, remember last year? And they had the Minnesota Vikings offensive line, or the young piece of the offensive line, ranked over the Detroit Lions. You remember that? I remember when I very first started at Woodward Sports here, and I was doing the TD booth for the Hook. And I was doing the show for Maz. Sam, whatever his name is. This is how I discovered him from PFF. Had a running back rankings where he had, at that time, Travis Etienne ranked over DeAndre Swift. And a bunch of other rookies ranked over. DeAndre Swift was on the list. He wasn't even a top 32. I've never needed PFF to tell me who's good on this football team and who's not. Mm-hmm. They consistently miss it. When they start their show, and I listen to because their hosts or whatever are knowledgeable and they talk ball, and like I enjoy football content. I'll tune in every once in a while for like a Detroit Lions topic, but like with the beginning of their show is literally clips of Darren Sharp, who played the game.
Yeah,
Hall of Fame, right? Yeah, gold jacket. Saying how I officially discredit PFF. You'll never hear me mention PFF on the show again. And I think I get this probably should be like me glorifying this list because PFF finally gave us those credit. But there's players in this team that's been getting disrespected by that organization for the longest. And they're whatever rules they make or dynamics they make for that reason, it's always by them. That's why I don't fuck with advanced analytics. It's like, how are this is measurement perceived to you? Mm-hmm. It's like pressures is a stat. Right now, according to PFF, Justin Fields is like the most pressured quarterback, but it's because he breaks out of the pocket and like they pursue him at that point. But he's also a rushing quarterback. He's also a running quarterback who breaks out of the pocket naturally. So like, there's defensive linemen just getting pressures because he's breaking the pocket and running. There's Detroit Lions offensive line was ranked low at one point because Jared Goff, which I liked by the way, last year at a certain point was throwing the ball too quick. Yeah, he's throwing at like I think it was average like 2.7 seconds, whatever. And that was like the blocking time for like their pass block win rate. Yeah, dude, I don't need PFF to tell me these guys are good. I've been saying this is a top 3 offensive line for the past 3 years. Mm-hmm. Ever since they drafted Penei Sewell, we got to see him work Nick Bosa in his first time at left tackle after practicing right tackle the entire season. I don't need them to tell me these guys are good.
I understand. I understand you don't like PFF, but
that
sorry. Still looks good. There's a lot of single digits next to a lot of those names up there. And these guys are performing at a high level. Even like Sam Laporta, the 4th-ranked tight end in the NFL.
Yeah.
Penei Sewell, the 5th-ranked offensive tackle in the NFL. 3 guards in the top 30 of their position. It's just extremely, extremely impressive what these guys are doing, and they're doing it as a team. They have such a deep roster. They have so many talented players all over. It's just awesome to see. Awesome to see it all coming together, and it's brought to you by Brad Holmes.
I guess it's Jared Goff. Okay, none of these guys would be on this list if it weren't for Jared Goff. Let's be real about it. But I guess like it is nice to get some recognition. But I just never need it from these guys. They've been brushed on mine forever. I will respectfully rank those guys though with the upper echelon of tight ends and offensive linemen, Aiden Long, defensive linemen. Aleem is even up there. Did you guys see him?
Yeah.
I think he has the 4th best grade for interior defensive lineman, right?
He was their number 1 ranked defensive tackle last week.
And I think he's 4th in the year.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy bounce back via their terms because week 2 he had
He was a top 100.
Yeah.
He was.
No,
a
he
top
was a top 100. Yeah, you're right.
believe,
He was like he's like 119 or something crazy. It was weird.
Yeah.
PFF is weird. I don't understand how they get their grades or formulate any of it.
Yeah.
But it's good to see the good guys win one.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler, I didn't read the rest of his comment. Maybe he said something crazy at some point, but he says PFF is weird. I don't think advanced analytics are great for NFL football. There are just so many factors like who's playing around a player, the scheme. 100,000,000% agree with that. That's why, like, even like regular analytics, when we're talking football, is like take it with a grain of salt. Right now, Detroit Lions defense playing out of their minds, absolutely playing out of their minds. But you played Bryce Young. You played Jordan Love, and you played Desmond Ridder. And the games where shit got shaky, one point game against KC and a loss at home against Geno Smith.
Yeah.
It's like there's always context to like these scenarios, and like when you have a PFF grading system and like this is an end all be all, you live and die by it. If you're near ruling it up, as he did to you earlier today, like it's like, brother, you're just missing so much context to the situation.
There's a lot of context for sure that goes on. It's, that specific grading system might be a little flawed, but like I said, man, I love PFF now. PFF's the best. That is my Bible. Everything I do is because of PFF. No, they're showing love for the boys, man. I like it.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, I just like when it comes to all this stuff. I don't care what they think, and I'm just going by like you said, context mattering. Because like, was Aleem really the 119th best the first week of the season, or was it just that they schemed and they noticed now that after a couple weeks of the season, hey, everybody is focused on Aiden Hutchinson, who's leading the league in quarterback pressures.
Yeah.
So now we can put Aleem in a more favorable position, and now he's like, there's context to all of these numbers. It's just like certain weeks you're throwing to Amon-Ra every single time, not even thinking about it. Next week it's Sam Laporta, or this week is a Jahmyr Gibbs week. Like there are some constants, but for the most part, football is the most strategic sport in America. And so there's so much context, there's so much game plan, there's so much preparation that numbers can't really adjust for a scheme. So it's all just to me, it's like you take it with a grain of salt. Like the one I look at when I throw this up here, I want to throw this up here one more time. The one I look at that doesn't make sense to me is like David Montgomery, 14th of 53. Like how? Like, do you know how good David Montgomery has been this year? Like
exactly.
Like
that's a great point.
It doesn't make sense.
Easily
to
top
me.
10.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like Graham Glasgow being second out of 78th. I don't know how that got there. Again, that could be one that could be one that's more favorable. But at the end of the day, it's like some of these make sense, some of these don't.
It's like
how's Josh Reynolds over Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I didn't need PFF to tell me Detroit Lions have a top 5, top 3 offensive line.
Top 2.
Right.
However, it did allow some weirdo content creator last year to tell me that the Detroit Lions didn't have a top 10 offensive line.
Yeah, fuck that, nerd.
You know what I'm saying? That's what these advanced analytics give, but it's nice to see the Detroit Lions getting shine. And it's not just for PFF. I mean, we're seeing it all over. We had the, was it FS1 over here?
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about the Detroit Lions. They're talking about it on skipping them. They're talking about it on freaking
skipping them.
Yeah, I don't know. Undisputed.
Skipping them.
Yeah. First take.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions get talked about all over.
Yeah, Stephen A. put the Lions in his top 5.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had him 4th.
Yeah.
Ahead of the Dolphins.
Yeah, some guy going off, and I apologize everyone who, like, if I went a little too hard on the golf stuff yesterday, if you're like didn't tune in for that, but like someone was like, look at this, he's this best player in the NFL. It was like a fake YouTube channel, and then literally in the video, Steve A's like, yeah, I'm not sold on golf yet, but I was like, bro, you guys don't even like, I don't know, man, but
we're gonna get right back into the golf segment coming up next because
Yes.
you guys did show the likes. But Easy, tell us about your meat.
I'll tell you about my meat. I get it from Fairway Packing Company. It's the best place to go. Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos go there too for Wagyu beef and more. Dry aged beef. Stop by the Grosse Point shop to try the grab and go steaks, or visit fairwaypacking.com.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Now, how would you like a $100,000 cash Vegas getaway? Take your friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Cintron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win. You can register at drinkcintron.com/Vegas and buy Cintron at your local Meijer store. Local. Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste for the people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best version of themselves. Go to drinkcintron.com/Vegas for more information. Wow, wait. Okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights.
Bonjour.
That just feels like
what? Feels out of place. But we appreciate you all tapping in. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. Shout out Skinny Butcher. For Easy,
Skinny Butcher.
For Chris, for JB, I'm Spencer. We are the Woodward Heavyweights.
Skinny Butcher.
And now you sick individuals got the likes up enough, so we'll talk about your Lord and Savior. Appreciate all of you. Jared Goff, because he is having a great year. And there he is. Let's see where he ranks per PFF in the quarterback realm. Number one. Highest graded quarterbacks this season. Number one.
Wow.
Your guy's Lord and Savior. The man who can do no wrong. The man with the golden seed. Jared Goff. Ahead of Lamar Jackson. Ahead of Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes. Trevor Lawrence. And even Tua Tagovailoa. Easy, how do you feel about Jared Goff being number one overall on this list?
Bro's
just thankful to be here.
Bro's balling.
He's having a great year.
Yeah, 100%. Bro's been balling.
Yeah,
he's been killing the Panthers. He's been killing the Falcons, destroying them.
I don't think he. No, I'm just kidding.
Killed the Packers. And I like the Packers defense.
Yeah, he had a great performance. He's rolling. He has this offense humming. He's leading it very well. He's making great decisions. He had an interception streak there for a little bit, but it didn't really haunt him that much, and he shook it off in the last game.
Yeah.
He's been playing very good football.
Honestly, I
doesn't have a game over 300 yards yet this year, though.
Kind of surprised to see. I honestly am surprised to see him at number one. Just not for like any.
His completion percentage, his QBR, they've been off the chain so far this year.
Yeah.
He's making it. He's making his reads. He's calling the audibles. He's not getting sacked. He's not fumbling the ball. So it's been an impressive year.
He's killing it. I mean, through 5 weeks, I just surprised him number one because like he had those couple games like 1-1, 1-1.
Yeah.
I thought that one against Falcons he had a rushing touchdown. That's the shot I love about Jared Goff this year.
Yes.
And we talked about with Deion yesterday too. He's a good troll of what's going on, rather than like kind of like, I guess, in it, if that makes sense. Like if there's no one there to throw to, he's been tucking it and run, which is it's just.
That's what I really like to see. That's what I really like to see. Because like I don't need you to be Lamar Jackson. I don't need you to be Josh Allen. I don't need you to be all Cam Newton, anything like that. But if there is nobody in the middle of the field, if you've got 5-6 yards of wide open turf, just take off, man. And he has. And he has. He's a professional athlete. Like Tom Brady did it. Tom Brady's like the least athletic motherfucker to ever play football.
Yeah.
But he used to do it all the time. And Jared Goff has been doing it this year, and I'm happy to see it.
Now, where do you think he is end of year?
End of the year, I think he'll be top 5 if he continues to play like this. I still think Josh Allen's having a better year than him so far. Like we got into a heated debate. Neil said Jared Goff is better than Josh Allen, and if you put Jared Goff on the Bills this year,
Yeah, shout out to Booner. Booner's the one that pulled these numbers.
Shout out to Booner, yeah.
Because Neil essentially said Jared Goff and Josh Allen are the same, and if not, Goff is better. He said, look at the playoff numbers. This tells it all. They show up the same in the playoffs.
It's
not the
like
same.
Like I said, if you say this year he's having a better season than Josh Allen, I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah.
Like it's close. It's close for sure. I would be on the opposite side of that because I think Josh Allen is having a better year. But you have an argument to be made, for sure. But if you're saying like, oh, I'm taking Jared Goff over Josh Allen, he's a better quarterback, like pump the brakes a little bit.
I mean, this is like with PFF and stuff like that. Though, like this is
Purdy
where
wasn't up there either, which is pretty weird.
I'm gonna send you something too, Chris. It's just a picture, but this is the context where like you go into like ball nowhere conversations, right? It's like there's context. Who has Jared Goff played? A lot of shitty teams, and the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seahawks, and he had 300 games and lost to the Seahawks and a pick six. But the context of it, and then you go to Josh Allen, who's played the Jaguars. The Jags have a elite defense. Like everything's just different, and we're looking at this like through week 6. This is why like I don't live and die by these numbers. I give the context of like what somebody's contributing to the game versus what somebody else is, and what that other person has around them. Like there's just so much other shit to it. You have it already, Chris?
Yeah.
Damn, you're good. He is though. I did say yesterday, you're not gonna find anyone put him in the top 5. Here it is. Dan Orlowski had Jared Goff number 5 in his list for quarterbacks this season, and to be honest with you, I mean, like,
I'm not mad.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I don't hate it. I haven't gone through, and I guess
I'd
we did
put
one
Justin
a couple
Herbert
weeks ago.
probably up there
For sure.
somewhere. Justin Herbert's got to be in the top 5, but like he's factoring in winning and different things like that. Justin Herbert's having a great year too, but Jared Goff has been a top 10 at the very least quarterback.
Absolutely,
at the very least, like
inarguably top 10.
7 quarterback at the very least so far this year. He's having a great year, and I hope he continues to do so. I'm happy with what I see. He's balling. Like I said, he is commanding the offense. He is running it to a T, and I'm really happy with what he's doing so far this year.
Can you put the Josh Allen playoff numbers though, just one more time? I just want to look at it because this is like when you are weighing quarterbacks, like this is the difference. Or maybe just for like Neil to, if hopefully he's watching or somebody clips this or screenshots this and sends this to him, you have just 2 more games, just 2 more playoff games played by Josh Allen. 1,000 more yards, 1,034 more yards, 290 yards a game for Josh Allen, 215 for Jared Goff. 17 touchdowns in 2 more games versus 4 touchdowns on the other end. And surprisingly, Neil's trying to shun Josh Allen, where you guys are talking, only 2 more interceptions.
Yeah.
And the completion rating, there's your completion percentage. That's higher on Josh Allen's end. That I actually would be a little bit surprised in. And you have the quarterback rating. It's like who you are in big games. I guess what it is for you. Like when you're judging these quarterbacks, is like, yeah, you can have good numbers against bad defenses or bad teams for sure. We saw it against the Bills actually last year. It's like Jared Goff had a him moment, a moment to step up and make something of it, and he didn't.
And Josh Allen did.
Josh Allen did.
Yeah.
That's the difference between a guy who's kind of like playing great ball, great team ball, and has great pieces around him, versus a guy who's just gonna go out there and make it happen. I mean, shit. The Bills were getting whooped over there in London, and Josh Allen damn near brought him back. They changed the playoff rules, the playoff overtime rules, because of Josh Allen. Like there's levels, but Jared Goff, no matter what you say, no matter what anybody says, he is a top 10 quarterback. And within this offense with Ben Johnson here. Absolutely. It's undeniable.
Yeah, he's playing out of his mind right now. Like I said, he looks super comfortable, he looks super confident, and I'm very happy with what he's doing.
Yep. Wilson over Sports Chat, the Rams are running Todd Gurley in those games. That's how you build around Jared Goff. There's a reason why he's the number 1 play-action quarterback in the league. Yeah. He does it best when there's a running back or a run game along with them. You got Dave Montgomery this year tearing things up.
Yeah, 1,000% Wilson. The Rams were running Todd Gurley.
100%.
Todd Gurley was having an MVP caliber season, and that's why they got to the Super Bowl.
Ninja Ginja, explain the Bills versus the Jets. The Jets have a damn good defense.
Yeah.
Absolutely great defense.
Top 2 in the league.
That may have been the game that he needed to wake up, Josh Allen, because he's been balling ever since. He had that one game against the Dolphins, who've also been balling, playing damn good ball. He only had, 4 incompletions that game?
Yeah,
or 5 incompletions?
I think he had
5
more
touchdowns.
or the same amount of touchdowns or more touchdowns than incompletions.
Yes, that's what 5 touchdowns, 4 incompletions, I think it was. Because he had 4 throwing and that 1 rushing. Yeah. That's, and the Jets are fucking phenomenal. Did you see Patrick Mahomes? Like that's the name I can put out there, and it's indisputable he's a good quarterback, unless you're my guy, Coach JB. But Patrick Mahomes had a rough outing against the New York Jets. Like that's your answer for that one, Ninja Ginger. And Jared Goff did play the Jets last year. Brock Wright saved us.
Yeah.
They shot the Cleveland Raymond too with punt return.
Shout out for sure.
But he's top 10.
Well, let me tell you guys about Woodward Knights coming up next. Two guys that love Jared Goff more than they love themselves. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's true. Broder and Booner hosting Woodward Nights weekdays from 8 to 10 p.m. Make sure you check it out every night here on the Woodward Sports Network. Two up-and-coming sports personalities in Detroit talking everything Detroit sports. Like I said, Booner and Broder, make sure you guys tap in and show them some love. Jets should have won, says Jonathan Martin. That is true. They got dicked by the refs in that game.
Yeah, Jets got fucked for sure. Every quarterback needs pieces around them, says Daniel Justice Jr., and he's 100% right.
Yeah, for sure.
Even you look at the Patrick Mahomes run last year where he couldn't name a single receiver he had in that team because they're all literally coming down to the practice squad guys in the AFC Championship game. He said Travis Kelce, but he was still making plays too. But no, unless and by the way too, like Mahomes is the exception to almost every rule.
Yes,
he doesn't even throw the football mechanically like the way you're taught. He is him.
He is him.
He plays his own brand of football. But Jared Goff's top 10. I don't even know what else. What you want me to say?
Yeah.
Number 1 right now according to PFF through 5 weeks. So.
How do you feel about that, JB? I know you hate Jared. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't hate Jared Goff, but I mean it's nice to see. It's a nice stat, but once again, it's PFF. Like, come on, like they're only sitting here crunching as many numbers as they can just to put out another graphic for you all. I feel like it's a bunch of people just sitting there crunching numbers, not really looking or analyzing a true football game and seeing what's actually happening out there on the field. They're just for the numbers. But it's nice to see Goff on the list, so.
For sure.
Chris?
What's the question specifically when it comes to Goff? Like,
how many times a day do you pray to him?
Oh.
How are you feeling about him ranked that high?
I mean, when I'm working both jobs, usually I only get about 5 to 7 prayers in. But on the weekends, like Saturday, I'm usually able to pray at least 23 times.
Rookie numbers, step your game up, kid.
I try to do once every hour, but no, I mean he's doing a lot of the things that Hendon Hooker can probably do. He's playing very well.
What are you doing? The great Hendon Hooker.
Jared Goff is him. Lord and Savior. Detroit Lions would be nothing without him. Honestly, Detroit Lions probably would be fucking ass without him. Teddy B ain't really winning you too many games.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he got hurt, yeah.
Can I say that too? I will say this actually. People are always like, admit you were wrong to Smitty, and I admit you were wrong. Brother, we told you the Lions were going to win 11 games last year.
Yeah.
Because Jared Goff finally had Ben Johnson and the pieces around it.
Say it with your chest.
Where are we wrong? Brother, where are we wrong? Yeah. I mean, maybe now that he's number 1 through 5 weeks for PFF, you want me to say he's a top 5 quarterback then? Sure, but I'll give you the context of through 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like there's that, but he's good. He's good, and he might be good enough to win with if they get those extra pieces. Because I like this Lions team a lot.
Again, like I said, we've said it from the jump. He is great when he has all the pieces around him. He can make a lot of things happen when he has a perfect situation with a lot of things around him. And he's making it happen. Shout out to him, man. It's off to him.
Yeah. But I don't care how we could be wrong. We told you to get one playoff game.
The Gawkers are crazy, man. You're a different breed of human being. I don't understand how your brains work. But let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. You can come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Downtown's newest sportswear has 13 trackman simulators, certified instructors, and a full bar and restaurant. Make sure you guys stop by 5 Iron Golf League. Visit 5irongolf.com to tee up good times. Use promo code Woodward for 30% off your first purchase. Buongiorno. And welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Easy Spin More Reaction.
What up, though?
JB Schmoove. We just got done giving golfers. We gave golfers props.
Yeah.
It's top 10, bro. Easily.
I don't understand what Arter is so mad about. You just said he's top 5, and now he's yelling. I think he's got too much dick in his ears. He can't hear.
Too much dick in his mouth. He needs to come off. His brain can use the oxygen.
Yeah, like he obviously just didn't listen to that last segment at all.
That's the guy I had to like just give up with last night on Twitter.
They're too far gone.
Yes.
Like when you give it, even when you're giving him praise, you're hating for some reason. But
it's just never enough. Dudes, you know what? We should do that.
I had ex-girlfriends like that.
What?
Just no matter what, it just wasn't enough.
Just wasn't enough?
It just wasn't enough.
That is a bitch tendency. And maybe Arter is a bitch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I do appreciate watching the show.
Something in common with golf with golf gawkers.
Sorry, Arter. You know, I do appreciate you watching the show. You'll never get me on that level of like golf praise. Definitely top 10. Definitely good. And I'm glad we got him.
Yeah.
Better than having nobody else. To be quite honest with you.
For sure.
But moving on to other things. Do you want to do Thursday night, or do you want to do Detroit Red Wings?
It's up to you.
It's up to you, because this is.
I know I can save the Red Wings for the last one because I know you.
Okay. Thursday night we got the Kansas City Chiefs versus Denver Broncos. Electric matchup.
Electric.
Not so much. Not so much. No. But you can have some skin in the game if you're making some bets. And luckily for you guys, we got a degenerate in the house. And I even had to show him this in the prep sheet. You know, he got some bets wrong tonight. JB, what do you got for tonight in this game? Broncos versus Chiefs.
Honestly, this is like a one-sided game right now. All the money is on the Chiefs. Let's be real. Let's be honest. 10.5 though is a lot for that spread. I don't think I'm taking that, but I will take a bunch of prop bets that's going on right now. So like Jerick McKinnon receiving yards, I think it's at like 12.5. Definitely hitting the over on that one. Isaiah Pacheco rushing, I believe it's at 75.5. Definitely hit the over on that one. And hell, I'll even take Chiefs first half -6.5.
You sprinkling any money on the Broncos?
Oh hell no. Hell no. I'm not even doing that at all. Can't even.
Is Sean Payton a bad? I don't want to say bad coach, but is he like overrated?
I mean, yeah, he's looked bad so far this year.
Really bad.
What happens if he loses more games than Nathaniel Hackett?
Oh, he's probably going to, because they're selling pieces off. That's why I'm kind of confused.
How embarrassing would that be? After what he said, the public comments he made about that guy.
He took an L to him last week.
Yeah.
Took an L to him. And to be honest with you guys, like the one win he got, as much as we make fun of the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields, they were whooping that ass.
Yes.
They were stunting on Sean Payton.
And the Bears choked.
Yes. So hard. Literally, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in overtime. It was choked a fumble to go into overtime, and then they lost overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Sean Payton is not good. And they traded a first-round pick for him.
Yeah. Right.
So that's definitely why they're trading off pieces, because they're like, fuck, we need talent.
I mean, can you say, though, it comes down to that roster, like, too, like...
It definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, Sean Payton should be able to coach better, obviously, considering the pedigree of coach we view him as. But I feel like two bad seasons in a row where you way underperform. It has to be. I would actually put more on the roster than on Sean Payton.
I want to look at their defensive
either way, that's
depth
a
chart.
mess. Like, it's gonna take years.
The defense, so
it can't be that bad,
bro. That's why I'm saying like Sean Payton, because to Chris's point, like no, he's been really bad.
Patrick Surtain, Justin Simmons, let's see,
Frank Clark,
Zach Allen. They had Frank Clark and Randy Gregory.
Mm-hmm. That was a good defense last year, and to go from like a good defense, that's the only thing that kept them in game. They had the worst offense output of any team last year.
Yeah,
it was horrendous. People were making fun of Russell Wilson. Now, he's kind of helped Russell Wilson look a bit different, but that defense has been atrocious, dude.
And we know their offense has pieces.
Bro, the Dolphins put up 70 points on them. That's an NFL record, and they could have... Mike McDaniel, out of respect, didn't kick the extra field goal.
I wish you would have just...
They could have broke the all-time NFL record.
Yeah.
That's insane. And it's not like... The Dolphins are good, don't get me wrong, but it's like they've been beat by the Bills. They've had a... I mean, I thought New York would be the game they destroy like that. No, it was the Broncos. Dude, he's
it's not the greatest team ever. It's a very good team, but it's
Yeah.
not the greatest team ever. So to put up the greatest numbers ever is insane.
I see a prop on FanDuel for this game. Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson each to have 200-plus yards, plus 100. I think I'd take that all day, right?
I would definitely take that because you know the Broncos are going to be behind, so they're going to be throwing the football.
And Mahomes does 200 in his sleep unless it's against the New York Jets.
He could do 200 in the first half, and then they can just sit him the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm taking that one. Honestly, that 10.5 too. I don't really hate that.
I gotta start my lineup. Shit.
I'm not gonna play it 'cause I don't like doing that. But like 10.5 ain't bad. Travis Kelce will be playing. I think Isaiah Pacheco's gonna have a big night. A really big night because if they're up, they're gonna be running the ball, trying to get the hell out of there. And maybe they rest Travis. So I wouldn't go too deep. I'd probably put a Travis touchdown prop before I would do a yard prop.
Yeah.
Just because of the injury a little bit earlier this week. They go up. I doubt they're gonna want to keep playing them like we did.
Who's
Brian
their
Branch.
backup?
They're back. Ooh. Uh-oh.
You got breaking news here, JB?
Yeah, but it's not for the Lions or for tonight's game at all. But Deshaun Watson will not be playing on Sunday.
Wow.
Dude, what's
Once
going
again,
on with him?
Self-diagnosed shoulder injury.
This is Kawhi all over
With
again.
an absolute guaranteed contract.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Coming off of 22, they're not criminal charges, but 22
civil
cases.
Touching charges.
Yeah, 23, whatever it was.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
What do you do in that situation if you're the
Browns?
You can't do anything, right?
Can't trade him.
You guaranteed like his whole contract.
Guaranteed the whole contract. Because he had that no trade clause. If I'm...
Dude
GM,
is a
bro.
villain, bro.
Yeah, bro. That is wild. That is crazy.
Wilson said he's out of Cleveland.
The other thing, too,
who's going to trade for that guy?
Yeah, I don't know, Wilson, bro. He's
Nobody's going to trade for that guy.
There's got to be some...
Are the Jets looking at Zach Wilson like we're cool? Like
what?
Are the Jets looking at it
Jets
with Zach
can't afford
Wilson? Yeah, I know they can't realistically,
Yeah.
but like you think they're
He's
even
been bad,
just like,
too. Like when he has played.
Yeah, he
hasn't-
was.
he's
It's
been-
not like he was Houston Deshaun Watson.
And remember that
Maybe
stat?
he was just getting magical hand jobs, and that's why he was so good.
Oh.
Like they were giving him his power.
They were so good. They like, built up his confidence.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or that's the only way you can get off, and now he's just super backed up.
Well, dude, remember, are you gonna watch this? You can watch the Wings tonight. Definitely Wings.
Yes.
Wings.
Yeah.
Wings.
Wings are on ESPN Plus, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think Bars gonna have? Bars will have them, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, and Eddie's have them.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? By the
I'm
way?
going there. Yeah.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
El Eddie's spot.
After I work
for
out,
sure.
though.
Fuck me. I'll see if Lucas is down. We'll be there waiting for you. Actually, that's a good question too in the World Sports Chat. Are you guys watching the Red Wings tonight, or are you watching this NFL game? I know we probably have a bigger NFL following than anything, but like the Red Wings are supposed to be good this year. This game is.
I'm
cooked.
excited.
This is. What's the spread? Chiefs minus what?
Chiefs minus 10.5. Over under went down a little bit from 47 to 45.
I would take an alternate spread and do like Chiefs minus 21.
Damn.
I think, dude, I just think this is going to be an absolute slaughter.
I don't think you're wrong, dude. I'm looking up the 2022 schedule to see how much they beat them last year when they had the good defense. 2022 Chiefs. All right. They played the Denver Broncos 34-28. Yeah, Sean Payton's definitely just ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe he's just like out of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like he dusted off the old playbook from like 2014 or when did he win the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
2008?
Yeah, he's just.
crazy.
How many times do we got to teach you this lesson, old man? Like
Crazy. They
He just
traded
don't got it
a
no more.
first round pick for him on top of what they gave up for Russ.
Yeah.
And they're paying them both
The
fat.
franchise is screwed.
At least they got a Super Bowl out of Peyton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts. The team was stacked with Peyton.
Yeah, remember when people said John Elway was a bad GM?
Yeah.
Look what's going on now.
I'm trying to look. Where's the first time they played the Broncos?
What do you guys make of the Chiefs so far this year?
Nick, I think you should start Jerry Jeudy in fantasy tonight because they're going to
Yes.
throw the ball a lot.
Yep.
And he's getting shopped, so they want to make him look good.
The opportunity's out there for him. So, yeah.
What'd you say, Chris?
I just said, what do you guys make of the Chiefs? Like, well, we're talking Thursday night.
I don't
Like,
think they're as dominant as they were. I think you're seeing some chinks in the armor.
Are they still a
Pause.
contender?
Oh,
Not
Pause.
switching.
Yeah, don't switch to that. That's canceled.
you actually know what? Like, there's multiple ways to look at this though, because like they got fairly new receiving core, and stop, man.
Go ahead, Easy. Come on, make your point.
I don't want to say it almost. I really don't because of the fellow golfers in the chat, but with Eric Bieniemy gone, this Chiefs offense hasn't looked the same.
It hasn't.
At all. I know Travis Kelce's been battling through some injuries, and Rashee Rice, Kadarius Toney. Outside of that, I mean, we know Eric Gray,
Taylor Swift's boyfriend,
Justin Watson. By the way, actually, I want to shout out somebody who is he's watching Red Wings tonight for sure, and we'll get some bets from him too. Tim, how do I say his last name? Beltzit. He won like $1,000 last night. First goal scored, Connor Bedard.
Really?
And he sent it to me. I didn't look in time. I know. Tim, if you're listening, we need the place for the night.
Let me tell you guys about Big Boy. It's the place for every night. Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. It's burger time. Try the best cheeseburger or the new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Craving chicken? Try the Dolly's chicken sandwich or turn up the heat with Bob's hot chicken sandwich. Upgrade your regular fries with our chili cheese or loaded baked potato fries, and save room for dessert because they got the Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake, funnel cake fries, and much more. All of that more at Big Boy. Easy. Tell us about Feldman.
Feldman Chevrolet is Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer with over 18 locations. Feldman's always in your backyard. Visit Feldman Auto to find the nearest one closest to you. The nearest one closest to you. That makes absolute sense. Make sure you guys check them out. They got the Feldman Advantage. It's the best car buying experience. And catch Woodward Sports live from there every other Monday at the Feldman Chevrolet in Novi.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Do you have football on the brain? Fall ushers in college professional football, and this year's going to be awesome. Fall is also a perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it with the best Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports, and they can be covering you too. Give them a call at 248-800-4177 or visit SwissINS.com. That's SwissINS.com or call them at 248-800-4177.
Swiss!
Is it a home opener? No, it's not.
No. It's a season opener. No, the Red Wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's home.
It's home?
I think so.
Saturday. Home opener Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say, aren't we in New Jersey?
Yeah, they are playing the Devils. It is a road game. This is the season opener for the Detroit Red Wings. It is tonight. It is at 7:30. I'm excited. This is going to be a tough matchup. The Devils are a Stanley Cup contender. They're going to be a very good team this year. But, man, I'm just excited to see these guys go. I'm excited to see these new-look Red Wings out there. They brought in a lot of players in the offseason. Comfer, Sprong, Gostisbehere, DeBrincat, a bunch of different guys that can help this team a lot of different ways, but especially on the power play. This power play unit is going to be elite for the Red Wings this year. I'm talking like top 10, top 7 in the NHL. I expect them to put up serious numbers. You saw it happen last year when they started bringing in guys. You brought in a guy like Perron to help on the power play. Now you bring in a legitimate guy like DeBrincat, who is your 1-1 on the power play. You have a guy like Gostisbehere who can run the point, and it's not just relying on Mo. Larkin will be freed up more because a lot of eyes are going to be on DeBrincat. I expect 2 power play goals in this game. I don't think the Red Wings... Oh, man. This is tough. I want them to win so bad. I want to say they're going to win, but the Devils are such a good team, man. They're loaded. They're going to be making a Stanley Cup run this year. But I'm just so excited to see these guys play. What's up, Chris?
So My coworker and I were talking about like the Red Wings this season, and he posed a question to me. I didn't have the answer yet, but I'm wondering what you think of this. How many 40 goal scorers you think are on this roster? How many 30 goal scorers you think are on this roster? And if so, who?
I think there's one 40 goal scorer on this roster, and that is DeBrincat. And I think there can be two, maybe three 30 goal scorers. Probably not three. I think there'll be two 30 goal scorers on this roster, and it's going to be Larkin and Lucas Raymond. I think they're going to go. I think Lucas Raymond's going to have he's going to have a bounce back year. He's going to go out there and make a lot of nice plays, especially with the pressure taken off of him. Depending on where he ends up in the lines, I saw they were running Rasmussen on the first line, which I like a lot. DeBrincat, Ras, and Larkin on that first line. That'll be a lot of fun to watch because Rasmussen can use his body, use his length, be a net front presence, and get open shots to those guys. But we'll see. I think there's only one 40 goal scorer. Yeah. Definitely, it is DeBrincat, and then Larkin and Raymond can get up to 30.
Yeah, that my boy said there was one 40 goal scorer too, but he said it was actually Larkin. He thinks Larkin was going to be the leading goal scorer. He's been hammering that point home of that the DeBrincat and Larkin thing is going to just be absolutely lethal, and that Larkin is going to be the guy that's almost fully unleashed this year. So.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, he's going to get a lot more open ice and a lot more opportunities because of having a guy like DeBrincat on his line. He hasn't had this before. He has never had this in his career, an elite goal scorer to play next to, an elite goal scorer to play on the same line as him. So it's definitely going to open up more for him. He's going to have a lot of open ice to skate around and make things happen. And we saw him turn up last year. Like, he had the best year of his career last year, and I see him getting better. But 40 is a lot to ask out of him.
Do you think, as far as the young guys go, like Lucas Raymond, Mo, like the young core of those guys, what kind of progression are you expecting to see from them this season?
I mean, Mo is Mo. He's going to be one of the best defensemen in the NHL. I think he's going to improve on the power play. He'll probably get some more points this year because he looked pretty good in preseason with his one-timers from the blue line. But on the power play, he'll be able to move it around and have more weapons to give it to, so I think he'll get some more assists. And Lucas Raymond, I expect him to have a better year than he did last year. Last year was a little disappointing based on what he did his rookie season, but I think, like I said, now the pressure is kind of off of him because he doesn't have to be, you got to be the number 2 option, you got to be the number 2 goal scorer on the team. That's not on him anymore. Now he can kind of let some of that pressure off the shoulders, open him up to play his game, and he'll get back into the swing of things.
Also, I see the chat talking about it. Just quickly mention the Pistons are playing the Oklahoma City Thunder in the preseason game. Besides Ivy, is there anything you're looking for?
Killian took Cade Cunningham's spot, I heard Killian starting.
Yeah. It makes sense. Ivy and Cade fit well on the bench together.
Mm-hmm. I don't care about preseason. The Red Wings have a real game tonight. I'm looking at the goaltending because this is on Ville Husso. This is him now. You have Reimer and you have Lyon behind him, but Ville Husso is the goaltender 1 on this team. He needs to be a guy that plays 50-plus games this year. He needs to be a guy that wins 35-plus games this year if the Red Wings want to be in the playoff hunt. He needs to get closer to 40. He needs to be very good, and we saw it in flashes last year, but he kind of got burnt out towards the end of the season because they were using him so much in the beginning of the season because Ned was just unreliable. But now you have 2 guys behind him. It's not great having 3 goalies. Gentry said it on BDE. If you got 3 goalies, it's because you don't have 2 goalies. So I like Lyon as the backup. I think he should be the backup going forward, and I think he can spell Ville, every 3rd game, every 4th game, something like that. But this is his show. He is your goaltender 1. You need him to go out there to do what he did in the beginning of the year, to stop a lot of shots and to play a good season, because that is the one question for the Red Wings this year is goaltending. The defense is bulked up. It is way deeper than it was last year. The first 2 lines are very good, and then you've got some great depth pieces in the second 2. So we'll see what happens, but a lot relies on the shoulders of Ville Husso and what he can do.
So over/under 6.5 goals tonight. Over.
So Tim Bell said won $10,000 last night.
Yeah,
and he says, and the odds probably could change. People start betting this right now, but Mo Seider, first goal.
That's what I called on BDE yesterday. I said Mo Seider from the point on the power play would be my first goal. But
I'm putting it in right now.
That'll do it for us today. Appreciate you all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. For Easy, for JB, for Chris, I am Spencer Raxter with the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let's go, Red Wings. Peace.